Greetings, programs, and welcome to yet another side tangent on Arc Neo Reviews. So, today, instead of a Transformer or something, we're actually going to be taking a look at the Dino Rivals Indoraptor figure from Jurassic World something. It's late. I'm not here to do a review of the movie, I'm here to do a review of the figure. Movie was okay. But, so a little bit of history, just personal history before I get going. Thing to know about me, I grew up not only obsessed with dinosaurs, but surrounded with, the Lost World action figures. So when I came across this guy, you know, when I got older and got into collecting figures, like, intentionally, I sadly don't have any of my old, you know, Lost World figures anymore, but I'm like, you know what? This thing looks cool. It was on sale. And, yeah, I'm actually pretty glad I got it. So, take a quick look here. Wonderful, wonderful detailing on the head for the eyes and everything. I do have to commend them on the paint on the teeth here, if I can get the camera focus. This is the kind of thing where you normally would see just a lot of random, you know, splotches everywhere. And while it's not perfectly painted, they did actually a pretty good job for just, you know, a basic, you know, kids figure. It's got the, you know, bit of quills going down it that apparently this thing should be completely covered in, but Jurassic Park dinosaurs have never been accurate, so who cares? Really, really good detailed molding just all over it. Got the nice, you know, metallic gold stripe running down the side. It's got the Jurassic Park, you know, T-Rex skeleton logo on the foot. It's got a code for whatever the app of the week is on the other foot. But, you know, while I'm too tired to really remember much about the movie or anything, the figure is actually really good for just being, you know, a standard, you know, kids figure. So, you know, I found this thing at a Ross for $5. And, you know, for a bit of a sense of scale here it is with Burning Godzilla. So, as you can see, this thing's pretty big, actually. You know, as for articulation, it's nowhere near as doesn't have anywhere near as many joints as Burning Godzilla does, but arguably it has more of a range of motion. So it's got, you know, two, they're not quite ball joints, but they act like them in the tail. The reason I know they're not directly ball joints is this piece of the tail actually came separate, and I had to attach it, so as you can see, this one's a little floppy. It is the only weak joint, though, thankfully, and I'm sure I could easily just pop it back out, a little bit of floor polish or something, maybe even, you know, clear nail polish on the joint and, you know, tighten it up, but it's whatever. Really, really good range of motion here on the leg. It does actually go, you know, almost all the way around. No, I guess you can't get it to go all the way around. It gets a little hung up on the shape of the body, but it does go all the way around. It even goes, you know, in and out there. Really good bend at the knee, good range of motion on it. And it does rotate a bit there, too. It's still pretty tight, so I may be finding on these that the joints spin all the way around and I didn't realize it. And then again, you know, rotation and, you know, good range of good range of articulation on the ankle there. Nice, you know, massive claws. The arms are kind of the same thing. They go in and out. Full rotation. Full rotation at the bicep, the, you know, elbow swivel. Full, you know, 90 degrees at the elbow. Even, you know, some pretty good wrist breaking articulation there at the hand. More of those joints like in the tail here for the neck, so it gets pretty expressive actually on how far this thing can, you know, look around, how well it can look up and down. The mouth opens, and something I really appreciate, the mouth is pretty tight, but they actually molded in plastic right there to fill in the gap as the mouth opens. So you don't end up with like one of those weird, you know, kind of hollow looking faces like you run across sometimes. They actually, you know, they thought about that and they filled it in. So, you know, all in all, this is a pretty cool figure, actually, you know. If you like the movies, you know, you're a fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, you know, whatever they're calling it this month, probably Jurassic Universe at some point if they keep making the movies. You know, this is one of the better, you know, dinosaur figures you could get just to, you know, throw on a shelf and have something dinosaur related, you know. And for as weird as its proportions are, it generally even will stand pretty well for as small as those feet are. And, you know, if you need, you can always just do that, put the tip of the tail on the ground, and it's not going anywhere. So, you know, you know, I know this one is much more, you know, a kid's toy than a, you know, adults, you know, high quality collectible. But this figure is still freaking awesome. You know, it just is. It's got, you know, great range of motion. You know, you can even have it hug itself, because most important thing you can do is, you know, learn to love yourself, and hey, you've got a dinosaur that can do that. Or it can, you know, be on the cover of a Kiss album or something, I don't know. You know, it's a great figure, great range of motion. It's so good it makes my tongue stop working. And, you know, I keep it on display next to my Godzilla figures, and yeah, it actually fits really well with those two. Because, yeah, you know, it's not to scale, but it's just as monstrous, and I really like it, and I recommend anyone who's interested, go find it. You know, it's going pretty cheap right now. You probably will have some fun with it. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.